All right, guys, how's it going? We got another video here. TikTok bans influencers from promoting cryptocurrencies and other stuff as well. If you want to follow me and support me, you can do so on Subscribestar here. Then we'll get into this video here. This came out on July 9th. It's currently the 12th, so it is a few days old here. The widely popular social media app TikTok has updated its branded content policy to ban touting financial services, which includes cryptocurrencies. So you go to their actual branded content here. They'll kind of ask, like, what is branded content? It is content where you will receive or have already received something of value from a third party, such as a brand in exchange for your post to promote that brand's product or service, or which you may otherwise need to disclose in accordance with your local laws or regulations. It could be a brand endorsement, partnership, or other kind of promotion for a product or service. This could include content posted by you which features or references a product or service which has been gifted to you by a brand, or which you have been paid to post about, whether in the form of money or a gift, or you will receive a commission from it if other users purchase the product or service you post about, whether via affiliate link and or using a promotional code and or a brand that you have or have had a commercial relationship with. So I'm kind of curious about this one. If you receive a commission, because a lot of people that use stuff like stock portfolios, like Robinhood and Webull and stuff, like everybody has their own like certain thing because they want you to like refer friends, and they'll give you like, say if I have like a Webull account or Robinhood account, I'm like, hey, I use this. If you're just starting out and you want to use it, I got a link here. You can like go there. If you deposit like $100, you'll get like 3 or 4 like free stocks. Then also the person link they use, if it's me saying, hey, you can use this, and they do that, they deposit 100, they get their free stocks. I believe I also would get like free stocks as well. And everybody can do that, just for getting other people to sign up to use your reference code or affiliate link or whatever it is. So I'm wondering if that's going to fall under it as well. So, because that seems like, I think the big issue with this is, I think this came out because there's a lot of like, we'll call them like crap coins, like certain like alt cryptocurrencies that have like, there's no fundamental like technology behind them. They're just kind of like there as almost scams in a way, especially the ones where they had like rug pulls, or people like would they essentially copy one crypto's like white paper, transfer it, make their own crypto. You can make your own crypto or token if you know how to, just by kind of copy and paste from another and change a few things. Then they could promote it where it's like it'd be like 0 point, then like 10 zeros, then like 1. Then like they could just have it promote it. If it went up like 1 decimal place, that's 10x, and 2 decimal places, that'd be 100x. So if they threw like $100 in there, it could go from like 100 to 1,000 or like $10,000 just in a little bit. They can be like, this is the new hot cryptocurrency coming out. They can have that. Then the people that had that initially started it would pull out all their like liquidity. They do like a rug pull. It's called a rug pull. They rug pull it out. Then it essentially would cause it to crash. Then people that try to get their money out, there wouldn't be like enough liquidity in the project to be able to actually pull out from. Then also there are people promoting these, we'll call them crap coins to stay a little PC on this, but if you know, you know. They'll also like people that are doing that and they want to like promote it as the big thing. That's why you were seeing like they have like Dogecoin, then they have like Shiba Inu, then you have like Moon Coin and Elon Coin and then like Musk Coin or token or whatever it is. Like they'd have like all these things that were like trying to just like up and up and up, like do like just up the next person or whatever, like to the moon coin or something like that. And essentially they'd have that. And the issue I think that came out of this is like they were doing that so they were trying to make, you know, hundreds of thousands or not millions of dollars by getting people to come in, put their liquidity in, then like rug pull out of there. So they may pay somebody like, hey, promote our coin and we'll pay you like $10,000. And they do that with a couple of like TikTok influencers or whatever. Like, hey, get like insert coin here. It's the next one that's gonna go to the moon. There's no way you can't like 100x your money. Put in 1,000, then by next week you'll have 100,000. But I think it's that paid content where they make a crap coin, then they pay influencers to push it. Then once they push it, they'd pull out. So I think this is like the big issue that happened, but we'll get into the other specifics of it. Social media giant TikTok has taken a drastic step toward not only banning cryptocurrency influencers on its platform, but all creators promoting financial services, according to the Daily Mail. These include, but are not limited to, cryptocurrencies, buy now, pay later companies, loans, credit cards, and Forex companies, which is interesting because I'm pretty sure credit cards in America are like the most advertised thing it is. I don't know if you call it commodity, but like the most advertised asset or thing there is. Forex is just trading money, so that's kind of like day trading with different cryptocurrency or with different currencies. Loans, I don't know. Buy now, pay later seems kind of like payday lender stuff, but I don't know how they can, like, cryptocurrencies all in general, like Bitcoin, Ethereum. I mean, there are a lot of people that are like, oh, it's just magic digital money. But there's projects. There's like Bitcoin. There's Ethereum. I think VeChain has like actual issues. They're trying to maybe get XRP to be like the banker's coin. So I don't know. But when they call it cryptocurrencies, but it's more like they're more like softwares that are independent from actual company. It's like buying Apple stock because you believe in the business, but you're buying this certain crypto blockchain technology because you believe it provides some sort of service. According to the report, the move is directly aimed at putting a stop to the worrying trend of high-risk investments being touted on social media. Many of these unsuitable high-risk investments are nothing more than various frauds, scams, and schemes. As a result of the shadow banning, legitimate financial firms will also be affected and no longer be able to utilize influencers in the same way they do now. Because this happened like maybe a week ago. I was talking about like a certain cryptocurrency on TikTok, and it was like immediately taken down for like illegal goods, like illegal activities and goods. I'm like, what in the world? And I tried to appeal it, and it wouldn't go through. So this is probably why. So because I do talk about crypto every once and again, so I don't know if there's a way I can like talk about it without saying what it is or using like the text or hashtags to get around of it. Just trying to talk about, like financial stuff, because more businesses and more banks are adopting at least Bitcoin itself. The ability to advertise on TikTok is still an option for some, as the real issue lays with the influencers themselves. Influencers are generally paid a flat fee or commission for endorsing certain coins, exchanges, D-apps, or other related products, which is also because I guess the issue is like TikTok is like a younger audience as opposed to YouTube. YouTube has like all these same issues as well, especially like in the financial space on YouTube with all these like pushing. Because I believe on YouTube your actual CPM is like $2 to $8, but if you're like in the financial section, like all of it's like I've seen some up to like 40 some bucks, like in the 30s, because it's like that's where the money's at. So they're paying more money for those ads. With many crypto adjacent companies utilizing influencers on TikTok, known as FinTok advertisers, to grow their global reach. These new rules are going to have a big effect on how the industry markets itself. Without the ability to pay either influencers or TikTok for advertising, crypto's time on the platform might be over, because a certain I know there's like certain TikTok creators on there that like talk about crypto, or like their whole profile and stuff is like crypto related. It's kind of like swing trading or like day trading, but just in the crypto space, and also like long-term holding as well. TikTok under fire for unregulated financial advice. The main reason behind this decision by TikTok is the recent scrutiny it has faced for irresponsibly allowing misleading financial advice. The cause for concern is that young investors who don't know any better can get caught up in these get-rich-quick schemes and end up in serious financial trouble. So it says the advertising is 18 plus, but TikTok does have a younger audience. So I wonder if like on the back end, if they have kind of like YouTube has a YouTube Kids. They have like a different, like a YouTube Kids app, and they kind of have things where it's like, is it kid friendly? Is it not kid friendly? I wonder if they have something like that on TikTok on the back end, of like how they push just videos in general, much less the ads itself. Some of the FinTalk influencers posted things that were seemingly harmless, suggesting to buy a stock as it is rising and then sell it when it begins to dip. Meanwhile, others promise to make you a millionaire in just a month or sell online investment courses for tens of thousands of dollars. So there is, I think he's on TikTok now, but there are people that bought, Dogecoin like earlier this year. Then like a few months later, where it like it went from like 3.5 cents like all the way up to 70 cents, and if they put in any kind of like substantial amount of money, they became millionaires. So it does happen, but I think Dogecoin is like came back down after the Elon Musk like SNL experience. It's like slowly came back down to like sitting in like the 20s. Or sell online investment courses for tens of thousands of dollars. According to a February report by the United Kingdom's Financial Conduct Authority, FCA, TikTok has been used to target young and naive investors who are looking to make a quick buck. Many of these influencers are suggesting people heavily invest in stocks such as GameStop and AMC, which actually, if you did invest in GameStop and AMC, especially AMC right now, you'd be up. You would have, because the peak back in January, February for AMC was like around $20, and it peaked at like 70 something. That thing has been like bouncing around in the 50s. GameStop was at like $7 and like ran all the way up to around 400. Then it dipped back down to the 40s, and then it went back up again. I think it's still sitting either in the high hundreds or 200. So you would be positive up, like 5x your money with those. I'm wondering why they're bringing that up, because they would have made money with those. The FCA report reads, the findings reveal there is a new, younger, more diverse group of consumers getting involved in high-risk investments, potentially promoted in part by the accessibility offered by new investment apps. The report goes on to state that around 60% of young investors claim that a loss of their investment would have a fundamental impact on their future lifestyle. So I think for a while, or maybe even now, Robinhood is like the most downloaded investment app, because it's something you can easily use on your phone instead of having to go to a website like an online brokerage. Webull is also something you can use on your phone as well. Actually, if you want to sign up for Robinhood or Webull, links in the description. But when they say young investors, I'm pretty sure you have to be 18 so you would be an adult. And as an adult, obviously, only invest what you're willing to lose. But I mean, are they suggesting that people younger than 18 are investing into these things. So I don't know if you can legally do that. There may be maybe when you're younger with like a parental cosigner, you can like open something in your name or something. So I don't know how that would technically legally work. So I don't know. But if we go to, we got a little bit here. This is kind of the Daily Mail article is referencing in there. But it's talking about the social media platform has updated its branded content policy to ban the promotion of all financial services and products globally. This includes, but not limited to, loans, credit cards, buy now, pay later services like Klarna, trading platforms, cryptocurrencies, and get-rich-quick schemes. Then also down here, can you not? There we go. Businesses advertising financial services or products via Google will, from 30 August, have to demonstrate that they are authorized by the FCA or qualify for one of the limited exemptions available. So if they have to do that through the FCA, which I'm thinking the FCA was so this just may be in the UK and not necessarily in the US, the Financial Conduct Authority. But even then, that would only allow like the biggest of brands to be able to advertise and kind of cut out. Because I myself have done, advertising of certain like products or something I sell. Because you can go on Facebook, you can go on Instagram and stuff, and you can throw $5 and advertise this, or do like $10 where it's like $2 a day for like 5 days. So you can advertise now as like an individual and not have to be a big brand that throws like 10,000 at advertising or something like that. Obviously, the more you pay, the more reach you'll get. The exemptions, among others, include products in scope of its debt service policy, financial spread betting, gambling adverts, and products in scope of our cryptocurrencies, credit repair, and binary options policies. All adverts for these products or investments will still have to comply with separate Google advert policies. So you're allowed to advertise gambling, but you're not allowed to advertise stuff like, because certain cryptos is very similar to like certain penny stocks. Like the crypto market and like the stock market have a lot of similarities. There's like certain stocks and certain cryptos that you buy and hold long term. There's some that you'll buy and you'll hold a few months where you can kind of swing trade. And there's some that you can buy and sell in the same day where you're kind of like day trading stocks or cryptos. They have a lot of similarities in how they perform in that way. So unless it's just because I want to say the stock market is, I believe it was like 45 times the size of the crypto market and like the whole monetary value. I think it was like 40, if I remember correctly. I think it was like roughly like, maybe it's like 45 trillion for the stock market, and it's like maybe like 1.5 or something like that for all cryptocurrencies combined, like 1.5 trillion or 1 trillion or something like that, if I remember correctly. They have similarities, but cryptocurrency is obviously a lot newer. I think Bitcoin was made in like 2008 or 2009 or something like that. So all this just keeps like catching on, and it's implemented and used more and more and becomes more normal. Because I know there are places that are taking payment through Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think even like Dogecoin is being accepted as a payment. But I think it's just like it has to be used more and more to become more normal and not as scary for a lot of people that aren't in the sector as such. But yeah, so that's I don't know. What do you think about that? Whether they should, because it seems like they're banning it from, the way this reads, they're banning it from being as ads and promoted ads with an influencer, and not necessarily just somebody talking about it, but people that are talking about it are getting their videos taken down off of TikTok, whether that's like an oversight or an overstep. Because I'm sure if there's like issues with this, they'd rather be like more, they'd rather be like, I guess you could say more conservative, and they'd rather like kind of be a little bit more strict with it to protect themselves rather than being like a little loose with it. But I don't know. Tell me what you think. You can like, subscribe, and follow on, was it Facebook? I got it on Minds. I put it on Gab. Put it on, what did I say, YouTube. It's late. YouTube, Facebook, Minds, Gab, Parler, BitChute. So I'm putting the actual video, uploading it to YouTube, and actually as a backup on BitChute. Then I'll share it on the other platforms, the Facebook, the Minds, the Gab, and the Parler. Because if you're kind of tired of the censorship, like supporting alternative text is a good thing. That's the reason I'm like kind of on Subscribestar now, because Patreon is like, they've gotten like really horrible with their censorship. But that's it for tonight. All right, later.